Since the last video, I've done a little bit of orchestration work, all based upon this region at this tempo. Now, before I show you what I've done, listen again to the original idea. Now, though this was a good idea, I felt that it needed a little more interest. So let me show you some of the other tracks. Now, that original high piano ostinato stuff was pretty good. Wasn't a bad idea. But let me show you how I developed that idea using the harp and the celeste. Whoops, let me mute the piano. There we go. You can hear that the harp part is different than the piano part. It's not as fast, but it acts as a nice foundation, especially if I put it against this celeste part, which is a little faster. So now we have two different colors working together to create that motion, which makes the whole thing a lot more interesting. Now remember that low part, that kind of Lydian scale that I was playing? Well, I decided to put this in the cello part. And notice how I build in expression, right? Making it louder and softer using a controller. You can see the data, the controller data in the region itself. Now, the cello, along with the harp and the celeste, really complete the picture. The cello kind of becomes the weight of the planets. And the harp and celeste are kind of like the stars and space. Now I added a violin part just to keep things interesting as we go into the second half. Not bad, but I'm feeling like I need another element, and that's why I decided to put in some voices, right? A choir of angels, and I kind of want them coming in like on the second half too. So let me back up a little bit here and see what I come up with. Yep, there are the angels. Kind of tacky sounding, but not bad. Not bad for space. Okay, let's play along. I don't need a click for this part. I'm just letting the angels sing on the fifth of the chord, which gives it a kind of an unsettled feeling, right? And I'm also using my controller to change the volume as I'm going, to give it some expression. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the ending yet, but I'll work on that maybe tomorrow. Let's listen back. Now, I really like the way that sounds, and I'm sure I'll develop it more, but before I do, let's listen to the original and see how far we've come. Not bad, but here's where we ended up. there's probably a million different ways you could score this scene, but for me, the most important thing in scoring is to bring out the feeling of the visual, of the acting, and the writing.